The minute they talk about your God, look at what you doing. Acting like a bitch, losing all your emotion. So another said the God is a bitch. Yes, I said the motherfucker's a bitch. You said that you talk so much about Kemet. I don't give a fuck about that because it's all man-made shit. You don't see me turned up and going crazy and putting your name. Oh, Judah said this. I don't give a fuck.
Shaka. I don't give a fuck what Ramesses said. I'm Sarnetta. Ramesses was just another man, bro. I don't worship them motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck what Ramesses said. I don't give a fuck what Akhenaten said.
As a people, I hate Africans because of what they did to my people.
There's nothing special about you because you following some spook ass God, some God who we know is narcissistic, who's demonic, who's a goddamn liar, who's bipolar. The God of the Bible is a bipolar motherfucker.
How can I let Red Pill come? Red Pill just have a different ideology than me, but he's still a brother. That 14-year-old African is an African. He's not my brother. He's not my people. Period.
You're wrong. You don't know. Everybody on my circuit, they against the Israelites. We hate the Israelites. We can't stand their doctrine.
I don't believe in old Egyptian gods. I don't believe in that stuff. I wasn't even taught that bullshit, right? I'm the one who bangs against the Cometics. I bang against them and they can't get through me because the gods that they worship, right, were born from another group of thinking, right? So you can't come with me with no goddamn Heru or no other that bullshit. Show it to me in the primary, show it to me in writing, show it to me in the period. You're making the bullshit up.
Polite, if let's say Polite is innocent, he could be a partial victim. You know, maybe he broke up with the girl. Who knows, you know, what happened in that instance. But the only true victim is that girl. So I think that's what we need.
And I think that's being a hypocrite because you have a member of ISUPK who was locked up for child molestation, for rape, or whatever it is, and y'all still support him. Here it is, Polite have not been found guilty, and y'all wouldn't support him. See the double standard?
What
you have
double
a member
standard?
in ISUPK, which y'all support him financially. You put money on his books, but Polite have not been found guilty, and y'all
This how I know you taking a strong. This how I know you take a strong position of Polite's innocence, regardless of waiting till the verdict come, because you keep bringing up the same exact thing, even though I've explained the position dozens of times. How many times do I have to explain the same exact position? So in that instance, the brother took a lot of.
Even if you explain it, it still remains the same, though, Captain.
No,
you still support
what remains the same?
Guilty.
But what remains the same, though?
That he was found guilty.
Definitely was found guilty, but he also
Polite was not found guilty.
I'm not saying don't support him, though.
Trying to get the full view. I don't know why I don't have the full view. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, come on.
Gonna reload for a moment. All right. Hotep Senu Hena Senuti Tiren Ishakanduku Kemet. I hope you're doing well. The title of this live stream is, that's a question. Shrine of Maat doesn't mind rape and anti-African promotion. Texas Bama is in the place to be. I've shared the link for whoever wants to get on the panel. Texas Bama, earlier I read your comment. You were telling me that you are a sister, but I must have got confused. I'm sorry, I got you confused with the other brother who used to come on. I don't know how that confusion came about, but well, he used to come. He didn't come up many times, but anyway, people should not wait. The timing is now. Now is the time to speak up. People should not wait for any trial. When there is paperwork, when there is confirmation, and we're dealing with rapists, it's a bad look. It's been a good while. Jabari Asase did not speak out, did not speak up. He remained silent. That's his choice. He has a right to. Baba Heru has not said anything. When Reggie and them, Unc and them, Garfield and them, when Baba Heru spoke out. Why nobody speaks when we have some anti-African promotion? There's no way around this. Jabari Osase spoke about polite. I can never say it enough. Silence is a form of consent. Even if Scam Cheddar offers money, no hush money is acceptable with matters like this. I will have, oh, damn. That car is done there. Car is done. Go ahead. Go. I will holler. I've already, I will holler. I will find out what's up with Professor James Moore. Professor James Moore, sorry. I know the butler knows him, but all they have to know, all these elders of the community have to know, is what you hear in the intro. The dude saying he hates African and still has a platform. You know what HOK is? And if you ask people if Jabari is part of HOK, if you ask Scam Cheddar if Jabari is part of HOK, we know the answer. How can you be part of a group that promotes anti-African teaching, that promotes convicted rapists? Now, if there's some new direction, let us know. Let us know from the get-go. Is this how it goes down in the Shrine of Maat? What is the stance of Baba Heru? When the polite trial happens, I ain't going to have to ask any question. That timing is going to be bad. People are betting. Let me see how long I can roll with that direction, with that stance, with that position. And then, of course, if the dude's found guilty, start singing, and we find out so many other stuff, they want to be like, oh, no, I ain't down with those dudes. It's going to be too late. Think wisely. Now's the time. The elders of the community can act like they are busy, fine. But you ain't going to be busy all day, every day. It's all good to talk that talk, but now we have a situation at hand. Now we know Scam Cheddar owns the Hebrew Israelites. He insults their God, calls their God a bipolar mother effer and a B. Is this how Kemetic groups get down? Does he have dirt on those Kemetic groups? Was there any transaction that they'd rather people don't know about? Is it about some debate money? What could it be? Is money more important than Ma'at? Do we talk about Ma'at for the sake of it? Or do we thrive? Do we strive? Do we want to follow it to the best of our ability? What are we going to teach our children? Sugar Hayes, how you doing? You're from LA, right? What are we going to tell? What are we going to tell our children? We follow Ma'at, and if they are convicted rapists and child molesters, it's cool as long as you get some benefit from it, as long as you get some money from it, as long as you get some exposure for it. And if people teach that they hate Africans, well, we don't mind. We don't care. Is this what we're going to teach our children? Because that is what is going on right now. That is what is going on right now. What do you think? It's okay if you disagree with me. Maybe some of you feel like it's cool to promote convicted rapists, child molesters, people who sexually abuse children. Maybe some of you think that it's okay. It's a free world, or let's say it's a free country. There's freedom of speech, so feel free to express yourself. It may be just me, though. You know, from what I've seen, however, it's not just me. What's your stance on this? See, I would prefer they don't use the word Ma'at, then confusion can happen. Some people may think, well, those guys who deal with Ma'at, they are cool with child molestation. I don't even hear Christians being cool with child molestations. The Catholics, that's another story. And what's your take now? Did y'all get threatened? Do you know that a lawyer from the East Coast spoke about the polite scamming, and a few days after she deleted the videos? Polite made a video and he said, I told them, take it easy on sis. So it was subtle, but what can be understood is like, she got some phone calls. Then he said, take it easy on sis, because she removed the videos. Later on, she put the videos back up. She gave an email address to the people who were scammed by him. I said, if you have been scammed by Polite, then go ahead and contact at this email address. I forgot her first name, but her last name is Shabazz. She's a lady with dreadlocks. She's into weightlifting. She's into fitness. She's not anonymous and not identified. She is a lawyer or an attorney, like many say in America. Donnie Williams is asking what happened. Well, what happened is that we have Jabari Osase, who is a priest of the Shrine of Maat, and he has not spoken out. He remains silent, so silence is a form of consent. Then I asked about Baba Heru and even Professor James Small. So I'm wondering, maybe the leaders or the leaders of the Shrine of Ma'at don't care, but maybe there are still some members of the Shrine of Ma'at who do care, who do mind, who don't want to be associated with anti-African promotion and child molestation. So it's an opportunity for them to speak and let us know for sure That we're not dealing with some sort of dictatorship. What's up, man? Man, all my tabs have been closed, man. I mean, all my tabs have been closed. I had 40, man. And I'm gonna remember all of them, man. Some boosts I wanted to get. Damn, man. But it's like, so indeed, that lawyer spoke out. Then she deleted the video, so she must have got some phone calls. Do you think the people at the front of my eye got some phone calls as well? Let me see if I can split my screen now. Just bear with me. Sugar Hayes Road. I remember her being one of many people who talked about Polite being a scammer, but I don't remember her name. But the surname is Shabazz. If you type Shabazz and Polite, you may find the debate he had with the other attorney, the male, but this one is a female. I just don't recall her first name. But if you type Shabazz, scam, Polite, scamming, scammed, ED, at the end, I think it's going to come up. Unless she got some other phone calls and she removed it. But that was an attorney, man. You can imagine an attorney being so concerned that she will remove the video, even though from what I've seen, she put them back after a while. So do you think it's a possibility that the Shrine of Maat got some phone calls and they were told, look, you're going to get down or lay down? Texas Bomber, we lost you, but I'm back. Young Hero wrote, they're not going to pay attention because they don't want to face the truth. They're going to say you're not one of them. And that's not how you do things. So it's a waste of time. Well, I don't like to speculate. I don't like to be like, well, maybe if I would have asked a question, they would have let it be known and made it clear that they ain't down with it. I'm asking. It's a question. Jabari Osase has not answered. Baba Heru has not answered. Professor James Small has not answered. Professor Leonard Jeffries has not answered. Though I was told a few months back that he has some health issues. So I don't know what's the update. I don't know what's his current status. But maybe some members of the Shrine of Maat will answer and defend the honor of this organization, of this group, of this movement. Acacia wrote, hello. Donnie Williams wrote, can't soar with eagles if you're running with the pigeons. We have a similar saying in French. I don't mind a pigeon that's against child molestation, I'm telling you. I don't mind a pigeon that's against anti-African promotion. Sugar Hazel, okay, her name is attorney Akisha Shabazz. So just type in Akisha Shabazz. I did not even remember the R, the AL. And put polite and let me know if he's still up. Let's do this in real time. Can see I'm on my phone, so I cannot switch between windows. One moment. Young Hero wrote, I understand where you're coming from. This the world we stay. Best you do you. Sad to say, the friends with this guy. They look at you like a stranger or an outsider. Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find all this black talk, all this African science and African spirituality that all these elders have talked about. Now it's time to know. You understand what I'm saying? Rebennet's in the place to be as well, Hotel. So tell me, is the video still up on Ikaya Shaba's YouTube channel? Just type in Ikia. This is the spelling here. Oh, Ikisha. Sorry. I don't know if it's pronounced Ikisha or Aikisha. There it goes. Thank you, Sugarhead. She says the videos are still up. So after some phone calls and the videos removed, she gathered the courage and the strength to put them back up. And probably in a few days, history will prove her right. Now we know plenty of other people have been scamming. You know what's funny? Well, the brother Killer B, the witch finder, he has a video, and I did not even know that it was a direct confrontation between Enki, the longtime friend of Scam Cheddar, and Scam Cheddar himself. And I scrolled through the vid, but if you type in Killer B, the witch finder, and you type in Enki, it will come up. And I heard many times that Scam Cheddar almost died using Enki's so-called medicine, or let's say product. Hold on. So I don't know if in that case you should call it scamming, but needless to say, it's going to be dangerous if some products that you use almost cause you to die. But I heard they could, though. That's what people have been saying. See, when people play the clip of Enki directly accusing, verbatim, Scam Cheddar of being a pedophile, he said he's a pedophile. Some people in response say, "Oh, but they're cool. We wasn't a part of not long ago." I'm like, "Well, dang. You almost died using his products and he's on your channel like it's all good." All right. They're different. Texas Bama wrote straight up and down. V. Bennett wrote, soon as Polite is locked up, more people are going to come out regarding possibly more abuse and scamming victims. It's inevitable. It's going to be a domino effect if he is found guilty. Akasha wrote, maybe the info has not been relayed to them. Well, feel free, brothers and sisters. They have a website. They have a contact field. They have phone numbers probably. So feel free. But I know they know. At least one member of Jabari's organization was on a panel with us not long ago. And at one point he said, okay, I'll be right back. I think he was on the phone with some peeps. They know, trust me. Scam Nature made a big scandal, crying like a biatch, acting like he was revealing something that I have said publicly. I made a video publicly addressing Jabari Osase, thinking that Jabari Osase will own up to his title as a Kemetic priest. I don't know if any Kemetic priest is going to be silent regarding child molestation and anti-African promotion. What's going on here? Okay, I'm going to go. This is Bama wrote, and he's allowing him to advertise his product on his channel. Oh, you mean Enki? Is he still advertising the products? I mean, I don't watch the channel, so I don't know what's going on over there. Sometimes I'm told, okay, he's talking about you, dissing you, and all that. They give me the video or something. They give me the timestamp. Then I have a look, you know what I'm saying? I mean, every now and then I might scroll, you know what I'm saying? I might see a title and be like, okay, are they going to finally teach scholarship? Or are they just going to have all the pseudos around the world? And Tuadu Mela wrote peace and blessings. What do you think, Tuadu Mela? How do you feel about the Shrine of Maat being silent? Even though they have one of their priests who is a part of a HOK that promotes convicted rapists, convicted child molesters, and that promote anti-African teaching. So we have to make sure that the info is relayed to them. Do you remember, brothers and sisters, when Assume Hemo Fake, Asar Hemo Fake was about to make a lecture? Oh, which university was it? Temple University, I think it was. It was a Ethiopian conference that would have taken place within the premises of Temple University, where several people informed them, and the guy, he didn't make that lecture. I mean, that presentation, he did not do it because they're like, man, the dude is pseudo plus disrespecting Diop, calling Diop irresponsible. Sometimes you have to let people know. Some of you might be chilling like that and thinking, well, somebody else gonna do that. Somebody else gonna inform them, and they're gonna know. You can make a difference, trust me. And maybe sometimes one person will send a message, they think, well, I don't know, maybe he's trolling, maybe some people hating. But if they see that there's 2, 3, 4, 5 people, they're gonna be like, hey, what's going on now? Then eventually they go on the panel. You know, feel free to send any video of the video so they can hear that those guys really do say that they hate Africans, and they can really see the cool summary, and they can really hear the other guy saying that he financially supported their member who was found guilty of child molestation, and they'd be like, what the heck? How come nobody told me about this, man? You can make a difference, man. Sometimes it's a matter of dialogue, man. It's that simple. So you can type in the Shrine of Maat, and you will see the contact details. Professor James Smalls has a website, ProfessorJamesSmall.com. Well, I believe it's .com, but you know, you can double check. All you have to do is type Professor James Smalls on a search engine. Google will be in the favorite, the worst favorite. And I'm sure they have a contact section. I'm sure. So that's what needs to happen, man. Scam Cheddar ain't gonna do that. Butler Reggie ain't gonna do that. Butler Reggie can beg online now. It's easier than begging in the street. So that's his hustle. His hustle is begging. You know? So he wants his hustle to remain intact. Butler Reggie doesn't care about anti-African promotion. Besides, he's been xenophobic towards Sekou and others. And every now and then, his Butler mind switches, and then he's going to name drop some African scholars. The nerve of him to talk about Dr. Theophile Benga and Dr. Shekon Diop, amongst many others. He even had an African scholar not long ago. Something's wrong with his mind, man. He's like, the dude really lost it a long time ago, man. But we're not going to trip about the Butler. The Butler did the best he could, and the best he could do was to be a butt-kissing traitor Butler. Butler Reggie does not manage any organization. He doesn't have any responsibility in any organization. He just roams from platform to platform and be pseudo saying that Maat is a bird. Do the test. Just ask Professor James Small, what do you think about Reggie saying that Maat is a bird? You'll see. But the most important is to establish contact with those elder scholars and let them know, look, man, this is channel over there, man. Convicted rapists and child molesters get all the respect in the world, and they discommit in the process. And then he's being promoted by Scam Cheddar, who claims to be Kemetic. And unfortunately, strangely, we have a member of the Shrine of Maat who's part of this thing. Maybe Baba Heru doesn't know. Baba Heru is quite advanced in age. Who knows? Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. But Jabari knows. Because after Scam Cheddar was crying like a biatch, crying over something that I said publicly, I made a video. As a matter of fact, why am I tripping? Of course, Jabari knows. I sent him an email and a text message. Of course, he didn't reply. What disappeared, brother Akasha 254? Can you hear me now? Oh, but I'm talking for nothing right now. Can you hear me now? Bear with me. Just about to pop. As a matter of fact, I'll play you a clip. Oh, that damaged my car. Oh, thank you, Vibenet. He said, yeah, we can hear you. Love me for. Hey, how you doing, Love me for? In a place to be as well. So remember, brothers and sisters, see, some of you were on point, and I must thank all of you who contacted Temple University when an infamy was about to take place. But the same person who disrespected Dr. Shekham Tadia by saying that he was irresponsible as a scholar, that he guessed, was about to make a presentation at the Ethiopian conference. Can you imagine a Ethiopian conference, man? We informed them, and they didn't have it. Because universities, they don't get down like that. Universities, they don't take joy and pride out having pseudos in the mix. So now, feel free to contact Professor James Moss, man. Feel free to contact him. Because when he's going to find out, man, he's going to let Scam Cheddar have it. Like. You have me on your channel? Oh, somebody want to get on the panel. Come on. I just realized right now. Sorry for the wait. Just bear with me. Give me a few seconds. Seconds. Oh. Oh, snap. Give me a few seconds, yo. I don't know if you can hear me now. Let me see. Settings. Audio. Oh yeah, you should hear me now. Right. Gonna play a few clips. Thank you, Lenny. I'm gonna play a few clips. Then I'll be back with you. Just gonna get my geometry right. All right. And I'm glad that you're here. It's very important. We need to talk about things like this. There's a few messages I haven't seen. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry about the guest, but I'll be back with you. I think it take like 10, 15 minutes or something. I have enough clips to last. You know what I'm saying?
The minute they talk about your God, look at what you're doing. Acting like a bitch, losing all your emotion. So another said God is a bitch. Yes, I said the motherfucker's a bitch. You said that you talk so much about Kemet. I don't give a fuck about that because it's all man-made shit. You don't see me turned up and going crazy and putting your name. Oh, Judah said this. I don't give a fuck.
Shaka. I don't give a fuck what Ramesses said. I'm son Netta. Ramesses was just another man, bro. I don't worship them motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck what Ramesses said. I don't give a fuck what Akhenaten said.
As a people, I hate Africans because of what they did to my people.
There's nothing special about you because you following some spook-ass God, some God who we know is narcissistic, who's demonic, who's a goddamn liar, who's bipolar. The God of the Bible is a bipolar motherfucker.
How can I let Red Pill come? Red Pill just have a different ideology than me, but he's still a brother. That 14-year-old African is an African. He's not my brother. He's not my people, period.
You're wrong. You don't know. Everybody on my circuit, they against the Israelites. We hate the Israelites. We can't stand their doctrine.
I don't believe in old Egyptian gods. I don't believe in that stuff. I wasn't even taught that bullshit, right? I'm the one who bangs against the Cometics. I bang against them and they can't get through me because the gods that they worship, right, were born from another group of thinking, right? So you can't come with me with no goddamn Heru or no other that bullshit. Show it to me in the primary, show it to me in writing, show it to me in the period. You're making the bullshit up.
Polite, if let's say Polite is innocent, he could be a partial victim. You know, maybe he broke up with the girl. Who knows, what happened in that instance. But the only true victim is that girl. So I think that's what we need.
And I think that's being a hypocrite because you have a member of ISUPK who was locked up for child molestation, for rape, or whatever it is, and y'all still support him. Here it is, Polite have not been found guilty, and y'all wouldn't support him. See the double standard?
What
you
double
have a member
standard?
in ISUPK, which y'all support him financially. You put money on his books, but
Polite, if let's say Polite is innocent, he could be a partial victim. Maybe he broke up with the girl. Who knows, what happened in that instance. But the only true victim is that girl. So I think that's what we need.
And I think that's being a hypocrite because you have a member of ISUPK who was locked up for child molestation, for rape, or whatever it is, and y'all still support him. Here it is, Polite have not been found guilty, and y'all wouldn't support him. See the double standard?
What
you have
double
a member
standard?
in ISUPK, which y'all support him financially. You put money on his books, but Polite have not been found guilty, and y'all
This how I know you taking a strong. This how I
brother.
know you take a strong position of Polite's innocence, regardless of waiting till the verdict come, because you keep bringing up the same exact thing, even though I've explained the position dozens of times. How many times do I have to explain the same exact position? So in that instance, the brother took a lie detector.
Even if you explain it, it still remains the same, though, Captain.
No,
you still support
what remains the
found
same?
Guilty.
But what remains the same, though?
That he was found guilty.
Definitely was found guilty, but he also
was not found guilty.
I'm not saying.
Were you accused of molesting your wife's niece, who is your niece through marriage?
I have no recollection of that. You would have to inform me of what you're talking about. I have no recollection of that.
Okay, I will be able to one day. So I have my third question. Captain Cesario, do you have a homie that's in prison right now for child molestation that you support financially?
Yes.
But I thought you were against child molestation and those that are molesters to children.
I am against child molestation and those that molest children.
So why are you supporting this person, but you speak ill against others that have a love for people that have been just accused of child molestation?
Okay, I'll answer your question very easily. When I was at both cases of both trials, the evidence that they had, they gave the brother a lie detector test, which he passed. They tested the sister for the young girl, rather, whether her hymen was broke because he was accused of molesting her. Her hymen was not broke. A hymen, for those that don't know, a hymen is something that they use to test to see if the woman's or the child's virginity has been broken or anything like that. There was information that she said that she gave, which she then retracted. So the first case that they did was thrown out. The second case, they did not want to answer to. The jury was hung on it, and the judge did not want to release them until they came up with an answer, and then they came up with a guilty verdict. So from observing the case, if he was guilty of the crime, I would in no way support the brother. But from the evidence of the case, from the testimonies of him as well as the individuals involved, he was not guilty, even though he was found guilty.
Wow, so he was not guilty, even though he was found guilty, but you speak ill against someone else that is not guilty, but they say he was guilty. So I have a question. This brother that you support, does he have children?
Yes.
And if so, do you ever say to those children, you have a father that's a child molester?
No, I don't.
Well, why do you do that to others that have a love for Dr. Malachi V. York Ill and cause his children of him being a quote-unquote so-called child molester, and you speak for supporting him?
See how dumb this little nigga Tory is, y'all? He ain't, I told you, once you become myopic and in a box, anything that people bring to you, you will not adhere to it. He showed you who wrote the New Testament. He showed you what he said about the New Testament. And this little nigga still up in here saying God said this and God said that. These niggas are just retarded, man. These little niggas are just retarded. He ain't go and look up what Shaka said. He didn't say, well, let me see if Shaka telling the truth and do me some research. This dumb, stupid little nigga comes back with God said this and and God put all nations together and made them different. Like, nigga, shut up already, man. Just shut up, nigga. Damn. Slit your wrist or something, nigga. Because you're poison to the youth, man. You're already poison to the other youth that's coming up looking around you. You probably trying to teach your friends this shit. Nigga, slit your wrist already, nigga. Get it over with, nigga.
Since I've been a part of this conscious community, sexual misconduct has been condemned and vilified almost unanimously. We saw the rise and fall of Dr. York. We had Hebrew Israelite, the brother by the name of Mighty Hebrew. He was convicted, I think, twice for sexual behavior against minors. He was widely condemned by the Hebrew Israelite community, but apparently forgiven by the Israelites, because I see him all over the place right now on everybody's channel. Another brother by the name of Nazi Yashavel, another Israelite, also involved in sexual misconduct with a minor. We have no idea where this brother is, but he's been sheltered somewhere by an Israelite group.
You know, the brother Mighty Hebrew, if I'm not mistaken, Garfield said that he was there was some sexual misconduct.
Nah, we don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, okay, but I'm just saying what was stated publicly. Garfield said that publicly. You know what?
How about the mighty fucking Hebrew? This nigga went to jail for rape, dog.
Oh, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga,
and that nigga back in the community, like everything good. Hebrews quiet. What about Nazi Yashavel?
Hold on. Let me get this nigga.
Let's not forget the mighty Hebrew nigga, who you get constantly on your channel, who's on all the Hebrews channel. Don't forget the mighty Hebrew, the bald head nigga, been already incarcerated in prison for molesting a young child. He came home and they violated him again because the nigga was trying to fuck with another child.
We have those guys who've been convicted for sexual misconduct. Garfield Reed spoke about this. Yourself, you spoke about Nazi. And Garfield Reed said that Hebrew camps are sheltering Nazi. So, and, you know, it's sensitive because I know he's your friend, but, you know, Mighty Hebrew, several people have said that he was convicted for sexual misconduct, that he went to jail for that.
He
so
did.
how you gonna?
He did.
Well, oh, well, okay, well, you know, so you're confirming, you know, so why?
Yeah, everybody know that. He went to jail for that. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that, you know what I'm saying? So obviously.
But Hebrews cover up for Hebrews. That's what they do.
All right. So
and they go on everybody's platform and none of them niggas say a damn thing. But if I talk to Polite on the phone, oh man, how the fuck? So I'm never talking to Polite. Nigga, get the hell out of my chat. I talk to who I want to talk to. Innocent, like you said, into proven guilty, man.
Yeah, he was not convicted yet. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So Garfield Reed didn't lie then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When he talked about and Garfield Reed said even twice he thinks. Some people said that the second time is because he did not sign.
Yeah, he got violated. He got violated the second time. Yes.
Yeah. So what does it mean he got violated?
Well, he had a violation. I don't know why, but they came back and locked him up again on a violation charge, something like that. But all them niggas been doing that shit for a long time. Hebrews been out there molesting people and all that shit for a long time, and it's always covered up by other Hebrew Israelites. The only way we'll find out about it if we looking and searching and we see it. Oh shit, this pops up, and we catch it, you know, and then they'll come out and say something about it because we got them.
I want your audience to hear that there's something called scientific literacy that will protect the Black women from the charlatans, okay, that get them. Y'all think y'all talked about it on the last broadcast. Y'all kind of talked about how women support these men. Well, they only
the same charlatans
men.
that you roll with, those charlatans, you're coming on my platform
to
tell women that they can be protected from the same charlatans you roll with.
No, Shawnette is not a charlatan. He's a charlatan promoter. And everybody know I've told him that to his face.
I'm sorry.
Am I correct in that?
I got video. You don't believe me? I got video. Yeah, I do. What if I was to tell you that she wanted me to interview her Polite? Huh?
Are you not looking, brother?
What if I told you she wanted me to interview her?
I'm listening to it. That's that old video, correct?
Nah, I can't. I'm not going to do it.
I got the answer to that.
How you know? Leave me alone. Go about your scamming ass fucking life, nigga.
That's the old joint, am I correct? Yeah. Yeah, son had to tell you he was lying. He said it. Said he lied.
He said he lied?
Yeah, he said he lied. He was mad at him. They was having a beef over some money, and he lied.
Okay, Sister Sacred Infinite, feel free to speak, sister.
Peace and blessings to you, Shaka, and peace and blessings to everyone on the panel and everyone in the chat. I just wanted to give my take on things as far as the gossip in the conscious community. What I want to say, Shaka, is it seems as if, you know, when you shed light onto people's dirty, devilish things that you do, it seems like nobody wants to deal with it. I feel like these things, people should be put in the hot seat. We should be dealing with it as a conscious community, correcting it and say that we don't approve of it, instead of terming it gossip or, oh, that's old news. How can anything ever be old news when people are constantly being introduced to the conscious community? Everyone didn't arrive at the same time, you know, and not only is it some of the stuff isn't old, some of this stuff is actually happening right now, and it is a conversation, even if it's tough, that needs to be had.
All right.
When I came out, Brother Shaka, and I tried to expose Polite, and I accused Polite of being Dr. York, I exposed him. Guess what happened, Shaka? I came out first. And damn near everybody on YouTube came down on me, banged on me, said I was just jealous. You can go and check the video. That nigga Sarnetta jealous of Polite. He just mad because Polite is in Hollywood. Polite driving the cars. I said, oh, okay. All right, motherfuckers. That's cool. I'm jealous. All right, whatever. And so now he's in a situation again. And they expect me to jump out the window for their bitch ass again, Shaka. Hell no. I'll wait until we see the charges.
Do you celebrate the death of Africans?
We about to say, in what capacity? Let me before I answer.
Do you celebrate the death of Africans? It's very clear. It's plain English.
Well, we got a Passover coming up, so that would be the death of the Egyptians.
Okay, but my question to you, and you
I
can
just
answer by
answered
yes
it.
or no.
I just answered it.
You said we have a Passover coming, and you mentioned the Egyptians. Right now, you're buying
Are
time.
Egyptians? No, are Egyptians not Africans?
Are you celebrating?
I'm asking you a question. I just said we have.
He doesn't want to answer because he knows it sounds bad. It sounds worse than MLK because MLK is one guy.
I think what I just said is worse than saying death of Africans, because those deaths are African babies. You know what the Passover is about? The Passover is about when he passed over the firstborn sons of the Israelites, but killed all the firstborn sons and animals of the Egyptians who are Africans. I'm not dodging your question. I'm just expounding on it.
Well, okay, can you answer by yes or no then? Do you
yes,
celebrate the death of
I'm
Africans?
going to celebrate the Passover, which is about the death of Egyptians that were killing our babies. That's called justice.
He doesn't want to answer the question directly.
I said, yeah. Wait. I said, wait. What are you talking about?
So can you state for the record, I celebrate the death of Africans then? Go ahead.
So first you wanted me to say yes or no. You didn't want me to expound. Then when I say yes, now you want me to say it another way. Are you stuck on like you like an amateur? You're an amateur.
You can say that, but you know you're in your feelings right now. It's okay. You know you have the right.
I'm not in my feelings, man. I done answered the same question twice,
brother. What? Okay, that's why I'm going to say no more. I asked him if he celebrates the death of Africans, and he answered yes. So we heard it for the record. Cesaria, do you celebrate the death of Europeans?
I haven't seen a bunch of Europeans dead to celebrate.
Do you celebrate the death of Europeans?
You would have to help me understand why you're asking that question.
Yes or no, please. Yes or no, please.
I will.
Like you were quick to answer yes when I asked you to celebrate the death of Africans. Now I'm asking you to celebrate the death of Europeans.
Okay, that's so now twice. I'm gonna. No, wait. So when you ask me about the death of Africans,
support the death of Europeans. That's 3 times.
When you ask about the death of Africans, I referenced a actual holiday we have that celebrates.
Yeah,
listen to this.
Just like him.
Okay, no. To answer the
yes
question,
or no.
I'm just about to answer it. No. Now you may. Now I'm gonna say no, and then I'm gonna no sweat.
All right. Can you hear me, brothers and sisters? V Bennett is in the place to be. Let me go through the comments that I missed. Well, first I have to make sure you can hear me. Already? Yeah, that was quick. I mean, Just type in 7, please. I don't know if that was left before. The Acacia is quick, man. Acacia 254 is quick. Press 7, please, if you can hear me. Sorry. All right. I'm going to have to check. Well, I know it takes a few seconds for the message to appear on my end. I'm going to check on the app, on the YouTube app. Well, on my end, it works. So let me see the comments that I missed. Can you imagine, brothers and sisters? Jabari Osase, a Kemetic priest of the Shrine of Maat, labeled the champion of the HOK, and the HOK promotes anti-African teachings. I mean, can you even believe that? Can you imagine a Jewish person who is part of a group? You know, let's say, I don't know, the House of Israelites, and they start promoting Nazi stuff, Nazi teachings. And that Jewish person is labeled the champion of the House of Israel, where they promote Nazi statements, talking about they celebrate the death of Jewish people. Would that even make sense? And Tuadu Mela says that he agrees with me. And he added, when I started watching your videos, I seen more than I knew with them over HOK. I haven't been over there since I found your page. It's a bunch of disgusting mentality, probably meant to write. It's a bunch of charlatans over there. Not all, but a lot are. And the funny thing is that I'll play that clip of Bobby Banger, formerly known as Brother Onk, formerly known as Onkakek, formerly known as the host of the Amen Ra Squad, who formerly used to greet by saying Black African Power. He said publicly that Scam Cheddar, is a charlatan promoter, man. Sugar Hayes wrote that she thought it was Sabi's health product that Scam Cheddar was talking about when he almost died. Well, from what I heard, it is. Enki, in the excerpt from Kida B the Witch Finder, Kida B was saying, was commenting, you know what I'm saying? So Kida B the Witch Finder, I've shared the YouTube account and some videos. Actually, today I shared a video about the Judas Nazi dude. You know what's funny? The Judas Nazi dude, he was on Smash Rockwell's live stream. Maybe Smash Rockwell is still live streaming. He was in the chat. He got he got exposed so much, and now he's going on Kemetic channels to try to make friends. And he's been dissing Kemetic people. That car makes no sound. It's an electric car. That's why. Dougie M wrote, expressing your opinion is a valuable skill. there are many situations where speaking up is the best thing we can do for ourselves and for others. Yes, so I'll be the one to do that. You know, sometimes it's to the point where they be like, damn, man, that Shaka Ndukukeme dude, man, dang, I can't continue like that. We can't associate with ourselves with those rapists and child molesters and scammers and anti-African teachers, man. All right, we're gonna speak, man. Dang, don't like that Shaka dude. I don't care. They have to do what's right. However, at the same time, there are other situations in which we should remain silent, and learning to identify these situations is just valuable. I knew Scam Cheddar had problems and was cool with pedals when he used to be with Huston Campbell all the time until they fed out. Speaking up about pedals is a must. It is a must. Not only a noble cause, but it is a must indeed. Can you imagine our children when they grow up and they look at all this and they be like, man, daddy, why you spoke out against the pedals? See, the brother Shaka Ndukukeme, the people on my Forever channel, men and women, they all spoke out against it. Why you ain't spoke out about it, daddy? What's your excuse, daddy? Mommy, what's your excuse? Huh? What are they going to say, man? They're going to say, I didn't know? When they're going to see videos of them in the panel being cool with all those people? Be careful with your words. Once they are said, they can only be forgiven, not forgotten. Mrs. Sincere has joined us. Hey, brothers and sisters, let me know where you are located if you don't mind. For those who don't know, I am in France. All right? Acacia wrote, I heard he used Sebi products. He probably used them. But when he almost died, from what I heard, it was Enki's products. But I'm more interested in Enki stated publicly that Scam Cheddar is a pedophile. I've played it many times. Scam Nature totally disrespected Tory again the other day on Judas' channel. For real? Oh, say it ain't so. Oh, no. See, I've played the excerpt where we hear Scam Cheddar telling Tory to kill himself, to commit suicide. Tory, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was under the spell of Woof Woof, but he went on Woof Woof's panel and he apologized because he had some words for Scam Cheddar. I was like, all right, hey. What happened, Texas Bama? Let me know, please. Please share the link will not work. I don't know why, but apparently only moderators can post links. Whenever you post a link, your message will not show. You will see your message, but other people will not see it. You damn, it's a shame. I have my computer actually. Car is charging, so I have a little bit of time there. All right, I'm gonna get my computer. I'm gonna get my computer. So we're gonna have a look together. Was the video deleted though? Because that's what they do that a lot, man. Oh my goodness. Tori, when will you learn? Seku's gonna learn soon, trust me. They're gonna give it to Seku. Seku's gonna have it. He don't know yet. But he'll find out. Those guys are xenophobics, man. Xenophobes. They are xenophobic, man. They are. Butler Reggie is extremely xenophobic, man. Butler Reggie told Seku, you have no standing in our community. You talk to your people, I talk to my people. You're an outsider. That's what he said. Bobby Banger told Seku, take your ass back to Africa. And he would not take that back. Proudly. Yeah. And then talking about, well, if I tell somebody, go back to New York, it's not disrespectful. Please. Like it's the same thing. On one hand, you're talking about the same country, two different cities. And on another hand, you're talking about two different continents. And we know it has nothing to do with just the city. It's xenophobia. But anyway, I'm switching my computer on. Oh my goodness. Tori, when will you learn? Now, Tori, how do you feel if you hear this, knowing that your boss, your leader of Torah Knights is extremely down low like, broke back mountain like, hashtag bisexual like he himself wrote. How do you feel, bro? How you feel, bro? So, bro, you seen Creed 3 when he wins the title? Sup, bro? Sup, bro? But now, dang, it's being canceled. It's being canceled because of this situation. One day you're at the top, one day you can go down. If you remain dignified, if you keep your dignity and integrity, then you're going to be good. You're going to come back up. Halle Berry, didn't she have a hit and run incident? She had a road accident. She fled. Said she was scared. She panicked. People hated her for that. And it took a while for her to get back in the game. So, 1 2 1 2. Should I use the earrings? Oh, I can listen to how it sounds. And I said earrings. I meant earplug. All right. Let me see. Trouble connecting. One moment, let me see how it sounds. One moment, let me see how it sounds. Sounds okay. Sounds okay. Now, oh, Bennett is back already? You hear me, Bennett? Oh. Well, he's unmuted himself, but I don't hear anything. Oh, I didn't even check. Oh, yeah, go ahead, Bennett. I think the volume was off on my end. Okay, well, I know how to find out.
Shaka. I don't give a fuck what Ramesses said. I'm son Netta. Ramesses was just another man, bro. I don't worship them motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck what Ramesses said. I don't give a fuck what Akhenaten said.
Okay, the sound works. That's for sure. I heard it. All right. Now, Texas Bama, I'm going to go to the comments. I want to find out that latest is suspect of Torah, man. When will you learn? So, Vibenet wrote, people need to leave these scammers alone and support platforms like my app forever to have integrity. That's what's up. I need to do something with that screen, man. I don't know what happened there. It's horrible how these people have no integrity to separate themselves from scammers and deviants. Maybe they decided not to speak and to take a backseat in this situation. Sometimes it's best to restrain that impulse and instead reflect. Listening and learning can also be good in this situation. When you have people who promote child molesters, convicted child molesters, convicted rapists, and people who teach that they hate Africans, and you claim to be down with Africa, you cannot be silent. You cannot be silent. Sugarhead Road, that's what I heard as well. Acacia 254. We have Birmingham atheists in the place to be. Love Me For His Back. Doogie M Road, in some situations we are free to speak up even if we don't have evidence. hearsay might be fine in some context, but if our hearsay can sway a big decision, it's best not to speak. But here we're not dealing with hearsay. We have the evidence. The fact doctor isn't a place to be. Now Texas Bama is going to check. Amir Carr is in a place to be. I want to bet money on Geronta. Okay, I'm going to let you deal with the sport. I hear you. Okay, none of us can hear Bennett. We couldn't hear you, brother. But they are greeting you.
Yo, can you hear me now?
Now we hear you, brother.
Okay, yeah, word. Let me know when you finish reading.
Well, I'm finished now. That was the last comment, so feel free, brother.
Yeah. Hotep, everybody. What I was going to say is that, yo, it's so important for people to support this platform. You know, it seems, sadly enough, it seems to a lot of people right now like integrity doesn't matter, or integrity is not so vital. Like integrity is not one of the most vital things you can have in a community, and taking a position and whatever it is you're doing on the day to day, but it actually is. And what you're going to find out is the more in a couple of weeks, many more things are going to be revealed. More people going to start talking, that are people that are involved with these scammers are going to start talking. Yeah. And then it's going to become very evident that there's no place to be a wallflower in this, you see? And so what people need to do is just follow your instincts. I mean, if you over here on this platform, it means you understand one thing, at least at the bare minimum, and that is that integrity on these issues matter. That matters before the debate about God. That matters before the debate about Kemet. That matters before the debate about history. That matters right now in everything we do today. It matters right now. And you said it so well, bro. What are your kids going to say when they see these videos and they play them back, and they're going to say, Daddy, how come you didn't stand up against this? That's exactly what's going to happen, because these videos don't go away. They don't go away. And that's how simple it is. Everybody's going to see these videos. Everybody's not going to just see your videos, but they're going to see the videos over there and see how everybody handled it on Sarnetta's platform. They're going to correlate the timestamps. They're going to say, wow, you mean this dude, Shaka and Dugu, was talking about rape and pedophilia and pointing it out, time after time. And yet y'all over on this other platform making jokes about it, trying to pretend like it's just a joking matter or something you can hide from, something you don't even need to take a position on. That's what kids are going to actually see in history. Yes, you are a part of African history. You are a part of Black history, for better or for worse. You just got to choose a side. Which side do you want to be on? The for better side or the for worse side? It's always been like that on Earth. It's always been like that on Earth, you know? So I want people to keep coming over here and don't sleep. Just because you see 1,000 people over on the platform today on another platform with no integrity doesn't mean that in a couple of weeks you won't see loads of those people right over here on this platform, because they're waking up. You see what I mean? So right now it's so important to just support this platform, bro. That's what I wanted to say to everybody. Hotep to everybody down there. Blessings to everybody down there in the chat. Yeah, and thanks again, Shaka, for staying on it, man. And even though when they try to make it seem like you the one that's kooky, even though they try to make it seem like you the one that's making a problem for everybody, even though they try to make it seem like the issue is you worse than the white man, you know. All of these crazy things, it's so pathetic, man. It just shows, it makes it so evident how pathetic these people are. They have zero integrity, and they won't have any integrity tomorrow either.
And you know what? We're gonna look together at a little something. I've already shown the court summary of one of the guys of the HOK. Now, involuntary deviate sexual intercourse. Let me share my screen. There it is. The first result here is Pennsylvania General Assembly. I believe PA stands for Pennsylvania. Let's double check. Pennsylvania General Assembly, indeed. Let me share the link. Now, I have to make it larger. Oh, there's several. Okay. I'm gonna put up the core summary. I may have it anywhere already there. I put summary. I have it on the other computer. Okay, that's all right. I'm gonna download it. All right, download it. Now, let me share it. So here is classified 183123. So let's see now if we can identify which classification it is. Okay. We're going to go to some lawyer's website. penlaw.com. It is Jason R. Antoine. Maybe you pronounce it Antoine or something like that, but it's a French name. It's Antoine. Attorney of law. You have the link in the chat. Involuntary deviant sexual intercourse. IDSI is a crime that parallels the rape statute in Pennsylvania. IDSI criminally penalizes deviant sexual intercourse which occurs by forcible, compulsion, or threat of forcible compulsion. Forcible compulsion is defined the same for IDSI as it is for rape. Conversely, deviant sexual intercourse, as defined in the Pennsylvania Crimes Code, encompasses oral sex, anal sex, sexual intercourse with an animal, and penetration of one's genitals with a foreign object. So it was something foul, regardless of which one it was specifically. It was something foul. The definition of deviant sexual intercourse can be found at 18 PACS section 3101. IDSI is more expansive than the rape statute in that it covers penetration with a foreign object and sexual intercourse with an animal. My goodness. The other difference between rape and IDSI is that rape penalizes traditional vaginal intercourse by forcible compulsion in addition to forcible anal sex and oral sex. So anal sex and oral sex. IDSI does not penalize traditional vaginal intercourse. Therefore, rape and IDSI are virtually identical in PA with respect to oral sex and anal sex. For instance, if a victim is sodomized by forcible compulsion, the district attorney's office has to make a choice. It may charge the defendant with rape or IDSI, but it may not charge the defendant with both offenses. This will be in violation of the double jeopardy clause of the United States Constitution. So what they're trying to say, those Shrine of Maat members, those HOK followers and members, when they're telling us it was a statutory and then they threw the book at him, that will be against the Constitution of the United States, against the Constitution of the United States of America. You understand what I'm saying? And while we are at it, link to get on the channel. You know, every day people tell me they didn't even know about that. Nearly every day. So often. So let's go back to the summary, the core summary. So we do have, let me remove that comment from the screen. We do have, trackpad is dying. Rape, 3121, guilty. Involuntary deviant sexual intercourse, guilty. Aggravated indecent assault, guilty. Statutory rape, guilty. Innocent assault, guilty. And corrupting minor, guilty. All right. They're saying, oh, it was 17, you have 15, man. It was statutory. All right, okay, all right. What about rape? What about IDSI, involuntary deviant sexual intercourse? He cannot have both. That would be against the Constitution of the United States of America, man. How gullible can people be? How gullible, man. So, maybe that lawyer is tripping. Maybe that lawyer's office is tripping. Let's look at another one. Who knows? Maybe that lawyer's office, they are against the Hebrew Israelites. Let's look at this one here. You have the link in the chat. Log Law Group. Now that's December 22, 2021. So it's not that old. How can you explain the involuntary deviant sexual intercourse? How is IDSI different from other sexual offenses? Involuntary deviant sexual intercourse is a sex crime and definitely a felony offense, but it is somewhat a little different from the other sex crimes. Being charged with rape is different from IDSI. Rape is defined as sexual intercourse with another by force under threat, where the victim is made to believe that he or she cannot prevent the sexual intercourse with an inebriated or unconscious person who is not aware of the sexual intercourse with a person who is impaired by alcohol, drugs, or other intoxicating substances, which the defendant regulated or is aware of, or with a person who is not mentally stable. Involuntary sexual deviant intercourse is defined as the same as the above explanation for rape, but with an additional condition that the victim is 15 or less than 15 years old. The defendant will be at least 4 years older than the victim. We've been hearing, oh, she was 15, I was 17. That's 2 years difference there, not 4 years. Anyway, or the victim and the defendant are not married. The substantial difference that exists between rape and IDSI is stated in its definition. The Pennsylvania Criminal Code, Chapter 18, Section 3101, which defines it as sexual intercourse per us or per anus between human beings. where the per us refers to the mouth, which indicates that IDSI is a rape that involves oral or anal penetration as opposed to vaginal. Punishment, okay. I'm going to spend all day reading all these things because I know it's not easy to stomach. But now, out of curiosity, there's something else that I did not look up, because me, I was focused on the rape. I know, people, they like to freestyle, and you know what I'm saying. You ask them a simple question to tell you, well, you know what I'm saying. Back in the day.
No, Shaka.
Yes.
Shaka, it's good that you did this slowly, man, because I think I sense some of these folks, even in their responses, they sense that you didn't focus on the other one, and then they had their answers created for that other one that you focused on. But this was sitting flat out right in the face the whole time anyway. So I also sat back like, do these guys even see this? Have they read this? Who reads past aggravated indecent assault? Who reads past that? But I mean, involuntary deviant sexual intercourse. Who reads past that? But they didn't seem to want to focus on it.
Yeah, they focus on the statutory. I was focusing on the rape. Because I'm used to freestyles, but how did he get the rape charge? All right. He was in a relationship. She was 2 years younger. Okay, how did he get the rape charge? I understand the statutory. Now let's look at aggravated indecent assault. Let's look at this. So hold on. And see, that's the third one. We've seen now rape. Now I know no brothers and sisters are gonna make me look up rape, right? But if there's a request, I would do it. Right? Now, we've covered the second charge that he was found guilty of, involuntary deviant sexual intercourse. Now, the third one I was found guilty of is aggravated indecent assault. Let's just have a look. Is it showing here? Yes, okay. David wrote, "This is disgusting." Well, Jabari Osase and the Shrine of Maat don't think it is disgusting, obviously. They haven't spoken out. Professor James Moore, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He may be busy, and maybe Butler Reggie is telling him, "Oh, man, nah, he's a Frenchie. He's not like us, man. He needs to talk to his people, and we talk to our people." You know what I'm saying? Professor James Smalls, why he doesn't talk about the cases in France? Who knows? But more than Butler Reggie, more people will contact him, and you can make a difference today. You, brothers and sisters, let me just give you the website address of Professor James Smalls. Contact. You even have the phone number. It's on the website. Let me show you, because some people are going to be tripping. Oh, he gave the personal information of the other brother. David wrote, "Hilarious impression of the Butler Reggie." Yes, but we need to act on this. So here it is. That's a contact page. You have the link in the chat. So they haven't given any email address here, but you can type your message and send it. Or you have a phone number. That's what I'm going to do right now. Guess what I'm going to do tonight? It's not nighttime, but Mr. Peeps PMW has joined us. And where are you located, brothers and sisters? Look, it's that easy. We're going to get to know each other. Now, if there's anybody that's in support of rapists and child molesters, please manifest yourself now, so there's no misunderstanding, because some people will be like, "But you never asked me." I'm in France. Feel free to tell me where you are located, while I send a message to Professor James Moss. I'm going to send the link to this video right now. Where's the phone number? Get it directly from the side, but I know there's no mistake because I copied and pasted. Brother Reggie's probably on the phone now. Don't read the message.
The guy's name is Ching Ching. Keep him off of your phone.
I won't be long. I won't be long. Boom, sent. Now, if it is a mobile phone, it will be received. If it's a landline number, then obviously it won't go through. Now, Baba Smalls is renowned, removed from their nonsense. He doesn't stand with them. You should call him, Shaka. What time is it now? I'm going to put myself on mute and see what's up. All right?
Are you calling him? My day is real good. All right, Shaka, peace, man. We wrap. Peace to the chat.
Okay, can you confirm that you can hear me? Can you confirm that you can hear me? It's going to take a few seconds for oh, loud and clear. Thank you. All right. Okay. I had a very nice conversation with the brother elder scholar, Professor James Small. And I ain't gonna, make a rundown of what we talked about, but he said that he's interested in what I said. And he wants to know what it is all about. He doesn't want to take what he said for face value. And I respect that. So what surprised me is that actually if I understand correctly, Scam Cheddar asked him to contact me. But the phone number probably was a wrong number because I didn't receive any message. He actually tried to reach out to me like twice, and that's respectable for an elder to take the time. So, sometimes in life things happen in good timing because I happened to call him and he was trying to reach me, you see? So now he knows how to reach me, and he's going to look into it. He said, just leave me a couple of days. So he listened, he spoke to me, and I respect that. That's admirable. I don't know what he will say at the end, And he said he's not looking to be a persecutor if somebody done his time, but what we've heard. You've seen the response, and that's not the only one person. And there's only so much I could say because I have to listen to the elder. You see, I have to be respectful and listen because he's taking the time to listen to me. He didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's up, David. Yes. You see? And I'm sure he wasn't told nice things about me, but he was still, listen to both sides, and that's admirable. But let me just that's like really all I think I need to say. That he took the time to listen to me and to speak to me. I'm very surprised that now, I mean, he said that Sanetta asked him to contact. That's what I understood. I'm very surprised that he would do that. Like, so obviously, it means that the things that we've been doing and saying, contrary to what he wants to have people believe, it's like it did really affect him. You know what I'm saying? And I don't leave my life to affect the dude, but promoting child molesters and giving them all the respect in the world and promoting people who financially support convicted rapists that are teaching anti-African stuff, that cannot fly, man. You see? So it's not because the dude is scam cheddar, whoever he may have been. And that's the only channel, like I said many times, that does that. I don't know any other YouTube channel that gives a platform to convicted rapists. You see? So, I mean, we know that many Hebrew Israelites not only have what is labeled as the rape doctrine, people will go by the Bible, and it's Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 28, where it says that if a virgin is found in the field and she's not betrothed and somebody rapes her, then all he has to do is pay 50 shekels to the father. We also know that people make an interpretation. Now, I forgot the passage. I think it's chapter 7, but I forgot the verse. Which book is it again? It's in the New Testament. Maybe Corinthian, but that's the part where it says if she has passed the flower of her age. And the interpretation is that it means as if she has her period. And that's why we have grown men, people who could be my grandfathers, like we have seen, saying that it's okay to have sex with a 9-year-old girl as long as she has a period. 12-year-old, as long as she has a period. They said that on tape. I didn't make that up. We've seen that. So there's a big issue with their doctrine. Some may say their interpretation of the Bible, but when they tell you that in broad daylight, even if it's not broad daylight, but in the middle of the street, can you imagine what they say and do behind closed doors? Like the Dalai Lama, we've seen him. I've covered that. He stuck his tongue out and told a young boy to suck his tongue in front of people. We can only imagine what he has done and said behind closed doors. So, David, thank you for your suggestion because it did work. I had a conversation with the brother, the elder brother scholar. You know, South Carolina, Texas Obama is from Texas. David Roddy is a mentor of mine. He's a good man. I wouldn't remain aligned with anyone who is clandestine with pedophilia or sexual deviance. I mean, you know, I don't want to go into details, but he's listening, you know. He's listening. He wants to see what's up, and I respect that, you know. And I'm comfortable because I know I didn't make anything up. And I said, Sanetta himself said that on the panel. You know, it's not just an accusation, but I understand he wants to look it up. But we, for the record, for those who don't know, you know, I think I played it earlier, but for those who don't know,
how about the mighty fucking Hebrew? This nigga went to jail for rape, dog.
Oh, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga,
and that nigga back in the community, like everything good, Hebrew's quiet. Let's not forget the mighty Hebrew nigga, who you get constantly on your channel, who's on all the Hebrew's channel. Don't forget the mighty Hebrew, the bald head nigga, been already incarcerated in prison for molesting a young child. He came home and they violated him again because the nigga was trying to fuck with another child.
We have those guys who've been convicted for sexual misconduct. Garfield Reed spoke about this. Yourself, you spoke about Nazi. And Garfield Reed said that Hebrew camps are sheltering Nazi. So, and, you know, it's sensitive because I know he's your friend, but, you know, Mighty Hebrew, several people have said that he was convicted for sexual misconduct, that he went to jail for that.
He
so
did.
how you gonna?
He did.
Well, oh, well, okay, well, you know, so you're confirming, you know, so why?
Yeah, everybody know that. He went to jail for that. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that, you know what I'm saying? So obviously.
But Hebrews cover up for Hebrews. That's what they do.
All right. So
and they go on everybody's platform and none of them niggas say a damn thing. But if I talk to Polite on the phone, oh man, how the fuck? So I'm never talking to Polite. Nigga, get the hell out of my chat. I talk to who I want to talk to. Innocent, like you said, until proven guilty, man.
Yeah, he was not convicted yet. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So Garfield Reed didn't lie then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When he talked about and Garfield Reed said even twice he thinks. Some people said that the second time is because he did not sign.
Yeah, he got violated. He got violated the second time. Yes.
Yeah. So what does it mean he got violated?
Well, he had a violation. I don't know why, but they came back and locked him up again on a violation charge, something like that. But all them niggas been doing that shit for a long time. Hebrews been out there molesting people and all that shit for a long time, and it's always covered up by other Hebrew Israelites. The only
everybody said Hebrews been doing that for a long time, but he's being covered up. And earlier you heard him say, yeah, they're covering. Nobody says anything. They're covering it up. Who's covering it up now? Who's changing the narrative now? The same guy who said that. V Bennett, you back? What's up?
Yeah, Shaka, man, you did. There you go, man. You did good. I mean, you know, you took the direct path, and the brother Smalls, it's like David said, he is a good man. That's why I was trying to tell you, like a lot of these elders, they don't know about this stuff. They're not so on to connected with it, and they are, and you know, everybody's an individual, but a lot of them are good people too. I mean, I know some. I don't say the name of the one I know, but Smalls knows him too. So you know, that one is an elder too, and they're directly connected. You know, but I'm not going to say anything more about that right now. But what I would say is that yeah, you did the right thing. You hit them up, and that way, real men, real responsible adults get a chance to communicate together. And I expect that's going to show a lot of fruit. But what I wanted to ask you, one thing is that, did you mention to him the anti-African stuff? You know, like the fact that he's going to, and that's the thing. It's like, oh my, okay, go ahead. What was you going to say about that? If you don't mind.
Yes, I did. But in summary, he's more concerned about the child molestation. You know, that's his top priority, you see. So he wants to look into this matter, and you know, he's gonna get back to me. You know, I sent him some stuff, and then, you know, I mean, maybe he hasn't received it yet, you know, but you know, we're gonna be in touch. He said he's gonna get back to me. I expect he will do that, and I don't think he's gonna, you know, but yeah, I did talk about that. He's aware of some stuff, maybe not everything. But yeah, obviously, and you know, I don't know if you heard earlier, but he told me a Netta asked him to call me.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, you know, I'm sure that's true, but given what we get from Netta, we don't really know what that means, what's behind. You know, I mean, but I won't say much because you know what, brother. In my view, and everybody's free to take it however they want to say it. I'm happy just that you and Smalls talked, because Smalls, the more he gets to know you, the more he's going to get to like you. You see what I'm saying? And these elders,
he said, I'm sorry to interject, but he said he heard good things about me. So I was expecting him to hear just foul stuff about me, you know, but because of Reggie and them, but
these brothers, exactly. And these brothers in our community in the US, they need to stop playing games and understanding that these elders are international. Yes, they come over here to Europe also. And when they come over here to Europe, who do you think they trying to reach out to? Who do you think wants to actually support their work? What do you think is going on over here? You see what I mean? And a lot of these guys, they get so caught up in their own amusement that they forget reality, what's important, you know, the struggle in reality, what happens in reality. So you know, I'm glad, man, because you're going to be good. You're going to be a good ally and a good asset to each other and also the community, just period. The entire community needs this. We need to clean up this behavior. It's no reason why this kind of stuff can't be obviously put out. You see what I mean? It's 2023. Our elders that have passed would be ashamed of it. They would be ashamed of it. In fact, some of them got to be turning over like, what have we left this to be? You know? And so yeah, man. So on that note, I'm glad that you did that, bro. I mean, you know, you did it, man. Thank you. I'm not gonna ask you too much more because I respect y'all own conversation together. Boom. There it is, bro.
Yeah, and you know, I suspect that Scam Cheddar gave him the wrong number. Maybe it was not intentional, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's intentional. This way, they can say, I gave the number to the elder, he reached out to you, you didn't reply, you know what I'm saying? But
who knows?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because
exactly.
Yeah, because
exactly.
He told me that he reached out. He tried to contact me, like, you know, I think he said he called me twice. I think he said he sent a message. I'm like, the elder took that time to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I was very surprised, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, I've asked him, you know, if you wouldn't mind giving me the phone number that they have, but he said that, you know, it would take a little bit of time to go and find it. So I said, okay, that's fine. I just told him, okay, the phone number that's there on the phone, that's my phone number. So he has my phone number. Yeah, I mean, I was very surprised to hear that he asked him to call me. So, you know, like I was saying earlier, you know, I don't wake up every day to have Scam Nature shook, but, you know, he was laughing it off and acting like everything is all good. But obviously, you know, what we have been doing as a whole, which is standing against child molestation, you know, it is effective. Because what people fail to understand, because they try to change the narrative, is that when I was talking about this child molestation, he was talking about it like no way he was defending it. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, we're on the same page. You know what I'm saying? But then all of a sudden, for whatever interest, you know, the narrative changed, and I'm like, come on, man, we can do better than this, man. You know, come on, man. You know, it's not just one guy. You know, there's other organization that we know very well that financially supports. Lulu went to prison for that, and they have the nerves to say that Polite should not be on the panel. I'm like, what is the world coming to? So when it's the Hebrews, like, it's cool. I mean, oh man,
yeah. And look, check this out. If you take a noble stand for a noble cause, then since when is your response to try to
I'm
try
sorry,
to
brother. I
threaten
really didn't
people?
see you, brother, Young Heru. I really didn't see you.
Oh,
What's
what's up?
going on? I'm
Okay.
kind of late.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, you good. Hey, Shaka, I'm gonna let you get back to your show, man. I'm gonna listen. I gotta get ready for work,
Yeah.
man. But
Well,
congrats. I'm glad for y'all. I
yeah.
hope something comes out of it.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, honestly, what needs to happen is a promotion of child molesters and rapists and the anti-African stuff. It's not for me that I'm doing that. I'm not trying to get back on Senator's panel. I'm not trying to do that. That's not for my benefit. You know what I'm saying? This thing needs to stop. They can do way more. They can do everything they want, but that thing, we don't need that. That's clear. We just don't need that. But thank you, brother.
It's a good that not that I doubt it at all. I didn't doubt it at all, trust me, but it's a good thing that Smalls took up the phone, did try to contact you, because it shows the community that these things matter and that we all matter. Even if you in France, you still matter. You see what I mean? The African Black diaspora in France is still family. You see what I mean? They matter just as much as the rest of us. You see what I mean? And not just in France, but everywhere. You see what I mean? Because in reality, we exist. We exist everywhere. You see, and we stronger when we acknowledge that. And so, again, I never suspected for a second that Smalls would not be completely open and receptive to you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just glad to find out, because it's a lesson for all of us and a good lesson for us to all witness it. You see what I mean? So yeah, kudos to both of y'all. Yo, I'm gonna chime out. I'm listening, man. I gotta get ready for work. Hotel.
Yeah, thanks a lot. You've been a hotel, brother. Young Hero, feel free, my brother.
Yeah, what's going on, Shaka? I'm out here. I was on the road, man. So you almost finished with the show today?
Yeah, I'm about to wrap it up, But did you hear what happened? I called Professor James Small, and he told me that Senator asked him to contact me. He tried to reach me, but I think the phone number was wrong. So obviously, he's not as comfortable. I'm talking about scam chatter. He's not as comfortable as he was trying to portray people to be. But now, as I was talking, I'm thinking maybe because in one of the video I put his name, so maybe some people reach out to him and said, look, man, there's your name on the stuff. And then maybe he's like, oh, what's going on? And then scam chatters, maybe he actually said, who's that brother? Give me his number or something like that, because that person that was convicted for child molestation, he also wants to know who it is and what it is all about. But I don't know if you missed that part, but I actually was on the phone with Professor James Smalls. I'm sorry, with Professor James Small, for I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes or something, and he's gonna look into the thing and get back to me, and that's what's up,
Yeah. So he has no idea what's going on then.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did you say?
He has no idea what's going on with all of those people on the Senator platform.
Well, I don't. He doesn't really watch that platform like that, and we can expect that from a professor like him, who has so much duties and so much stuff going on. But I don't think that he was aware of it, because otherwise he would not try to. Would have not tried to reach me. So he's going to look into those things, and I expect that he will contact them as well. He knows them for a long time, and I expected that as well, particularly Reggie. So I expect he's going to look into things and also contact them and say, what's up with these then, and then we'll see what they say. But the thing is that, it's not just one person, that we know of. It's an organization that's also supporting another one who's a child molester, so we'll see what's up. You see, I'm not doing this because I want some glory out of it. Once again, for those who don't know, on my website, in the French part of the website, you can see that from 2013, I was speaking out against some child molesters, and I got into a physical fight because of that. Some people, they but anyway, I ain't gonna dwell on that too much. But yeah.
Yeah. So you had James Small's number.
Yes. But it's on his website, but
Okay.
yeah, but I do have a different email address on the website. I did not even notice, but on the website there is an email address, but he gave me, a different one, So, and I gave him mine also. So, we see what happens with that. But it's admirable that he listened to me because, I'm sure he must have heard some foul stuff about me. I don't expect that they just say, well, it's that brother over there. We have a misunderstanding. Can you just try to clear that up? I'm sure they say a thing or two. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah. Probably thought they would quiet you down with because of he's the elder. But that's just going to backfire in the face because if he stands for anything he preaching, he's going to show them that they can't be doing what they doing or speaking the way they speaking, or it's either that or he won't have nothing to do with them. You know how that go.
well, let me just. That was the first time I spoke with the brother elder scholar, but they have some people who watch, and House of Consciousness, you guys just get your acts together. It's not going to be the end of the world if you don't have two people on your platform, because it will be a bad look for you if some people that you've been known for so long don't mess with you anymore. I mean, come on now. It's not rocket science. There's no way that anybody can talk their way around being cool, respecting, defending, and promoting child molesters. There's no way in the world. You can have a million.
They only do that when it's their friend. They like to act like they oppose it and they're not for it, but then they talk to people and have people in their circle that have committed these crimes and they don't never speak on them. So it just show you they bias. Like these people, yeah, they're not real, man. Because it's just like Napa. She act like she against these things, but hold on one
But
second.
she interviewed the dude, you know.
What you say, Shaka?
She interviewed the dude, She acts like she doesn't know. She has to know, man. She has to know. She cannot act like she doesn't know.
Yeah, like I told you. Go ahead.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, like I said, do that for people that they don't deal with. But once it's their friends and what yada yada yada, they're gonna act like they don't see or turn the blind eye, and that's what they're doing. Especially
Yeah.
when it has to do with money and all of this, you see. So right now she's scared to come. She can't come back the way she wanted because everybody giving her a hard time, calling her
Yeah,
out, calling her out for what she is. So it looked like she run back to kill her priest.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, I saw her on his channel the other day. So it's just
Oh
showing
my
you.
goodness.
Yeah, this
Oh
girl is
my
all
goodness.
about. She's all about money and debates. That's what the whole thing comes down to with the majority of them. They're not. They're not.
Right.
Yeah, they are not teaching or they are not cultivating anything. They're just doing that for views and to be seen and to make money out of it. That's why I just told you about our pastor the other day when Apostle told him, "You're gonna cut me off and not let me speak," because he talking about Apostle call him and tell him he's robbing the community because of this false information and thing, lack of scholarship he's putting out there and whatever. So he start cursing Apostle and telling him this and that. So Apostle tried to speak and he said, "You're gonna cut me off," and before Apostle could say it, because Apostle told him, "You don't want me to tell the people why, I told you why I told you." So it's just showing you these people, man, some people, that's just the way they are. They don't have no standards they don't stand on principles when it comes to certain things. And some people have to work for their money, honestly, or he has a point, Sanetta has a point because he's not putting a gun to nobody's head. But it's just to show you that's the kind of mentality grown men and women have. They don't have no dignity. just like him. So they will give him his money just for entertainment, you know. So it's pathetic, man, you know. And like I said, they don't need to be claiming nothing. They don't need to claim nothing. Don't claim no Pan African. Don't claim no Maat. Don't claim none of that, because the way they talk, they are against their people in the diaspora, you know. So they only act like it's they the ones that they special and they above everybody. So that's the ignorance with a lot of people, man, you know.
Yeah,
Especially,
indeed.
go ahead, yeah.
But you know, I mean, I hope that at least on the child molestation and rapists who are promoted, who have a voice on that platform, is going to stop, and then I can focus on other stuff, because I'm like, man, not on my watch. And I'm like, not on my watch. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't need them to holler at me, to invite me. Like I said, I am planning on going back on that platform, but too much is too much, man. And the dude, you know what I'm saying, doing that weighing, using that weighing to seek revenge, to make me look crazy and label me a gossiper when he's on tape talking about the same stuff. So you cannot label child molestation gossiping. Come on, man. But you know, we'll see what's going on, you know. And I want to thank all those who stood by me. You stood by me, Young Heru, early on. Ching Ching as well, V Bennett as well. You know, because you know they'll really try to, you know, paint me as, you know, so many negative stuff, and acting like we should not be talking about this. I even had another comment not long ago. Somebody said, "Oh, you obsessed with the dude." I just, you know what I'm saying, block dude. I don't have time for that, man. What are you talking about? I'm obsessed with the dude. We're talking about child molestation, man. When it's their children, they're not happy now. But when it's other people's children, they don't care and they laugh it off like, come on now, please. But anyway, brother, thank you very much. Thank you to all the brothers and sisters. Thank you, David. I'm going to really end this. I just want to read the comments, you know what I'm saying? Where was I? I was there. So the video, okay, that I will have to look at another time. But if somebody can download it, because they may remove it, you know what I'm saying? But the battery on my laptop is over. I really need a new laptop, but I don't want to sound like, you know, I'm asking for donation or anything. I ain't going to share the merchandising. I don't want people to think that I'm using this opportunity, you know what I'm saying? So hold on. Yeah, it was a good conversation going on. All right. All right. Okay. Yeah, it was a deep conversation. My day is great. Okay, yeah. It's best Shaka feeling in on everything. Well, I couldn't talk about everything, but the main thing, you know. I did more listening than talking, of course. Okay. I'm glad that these two are meeting and having a chance to dialogue, because I'm sure Smalls will love Shaka and his contribution. I mean, there's so much we can do, trust me. But you know, I'm willing to rock preferably with non-Abrahamic people, but I don't want anybody that's gonna allow people to disrespect traditional African ways of life. And definitely, you know, the child molestation and rape. There's no excuse for it. It's not cool. I'm not saying go and kill people. I'm not saying go and hang people who did that. But come on, man. You know, no other group of people have individuals with such a background to teach or to be in the front. You know, just try to lay low and live your life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you were right, David. Thank you. It's not about persecution, but when people don't want to take accountability and continue to tell a lie, can be trusted. But I didn't want to expand on too many things, but you know, we're led to believe that it's just statutory. I mean, come on. I mean, at the end of the day, people lie for small stuff. Like you heard the lie about the book that shows attestation of Moses and Miriam in hieroglyphic. And so many times I show when I have discussion with people, or when I go through some of the stuff that people say publicly, they lie over small stuff. So it's not surprising that with such a serious accusation, the dude will lie. It doesn't surprise me at all. You know what I'm saying? But you know, at one point, stop taking people for idiots. You know what I'm saying? And what's funny is that we have many other people who repeat the same lies. Like, you know, like, can't you see this is a court summary? Can't you see there's 6 charges? And you guys are repeating the same thing about statutory. Like the judge gonna wake up and be in a bad mood and say, I'm gonna give you rape at the same time. I'm gonna give you involuntary, deviant sexual intercourse at the same time. Oh man, come on now. The bald-headed ninja, yeah. Now Chris MVP Harris is saying, wait, you're going after Bro Jabari? I'm going against people who are cool with child molesters and rapists. Nobody is exempt from that work if they are cool with it, if they are silent about it. I've reached out to Brother Jabari, and I haven't heard any response. I haven't heard any response for Baba Heru. I haven't heard any response from the Shrine of Maat. And Professor James Moore listened, and he will get back to me. That's not going against him. I've been asking the same question for a long time. And how about yourself, Brother Chris MVP Harris? How do you feel about convicted rapists, convicted child molesters having a platform, a voice, being respected on Sinaitus channels, whether they are House of Consciousness or Sinaitus Studios? You've been going over there. It seems like it doesn't bother you. I haven't heard you speaking out against that. How do you feel about that? Besides, we have on tape the dude Tazi saying that he hates Africans. So there's a platform for somebody who said that he hates Africans. He has previously said that he celebrates the death of Africans. You see? Now, how do you feel about that, Brother Chris MVP Harris? I mean, I've seen you beefing with people, you know, saying that they're doing this kind and that kind of scholarship, right? The last one was today. But what about child molesters, convicted rapists? How do you feel about that, Brother Chris MVP Harris? Will you speak about that? You know? Yeah, thank you, Texas Obama, for that stuff. No, I didn't talk about Mr. Friendship, but I did talk about Sekou, what he was told. You know what I'm saying? And I did talk about I hate Africa. I mean, you know, people saying that they hate Africans, but if he takes the time to see it, he will get the clear picture. But once again, he's more concerned about child molestation, you know, and it's understandable because if we deal in order of priority, that would be the worst thing that's going on lately, you see? Yeah, Woof Woof burned her bridges. Told you Woof Woof went back to kill a priest. Anyway, half the mission accomplished. We just want Sa to clean his platform. Sometimes you need some people. Sometimes it takes some particular people to say, hey, you stop with the BS, you know? You know, you have big homies gonna look, man, look, like, hey, homie, stop with the BS. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he's gonna be told, you know, in a private conversation, he's gonna say, look, homie, look, brother. You know that's foul. Stop with this. Keep doing your thing, but this here, come on, man. You know better. You know better. You understand what I'm saying? And that's it. But then he may see it as a sacrifice because it's not going to take one person no longer being on the platform with all the respect of the world, but we've seen Tazariak on tape saying that he financially supports someone or financially supported. I mean, we don't even know who the dude is at. We don't have the name of the dude, you know what I'm saying? I think I know who it is, but hey, you know, they're being very secretive about that. He was caught off guard during when a caller asked him about it. But we know that they financially support someone who was found guilty of child molestation. And the nerve of him to say, well, if Polite is on, I'm done. What? What? Now, Polite didn't have his day in court. He was not convicted. He was not found guilty. But if he's on over an accusation, then Tozayek is done. No, he wasn't done with the platform. He will no longer come on the platform. But their member who was found guilty of child molestation, he was found guilty in the court of law. It's all good to support him financially. That's worse than hypocrisy. So that's going to hurt and be painful for Saneta's heart to separate from his newfound daddy. But hey, it's up to him to decide. But we're not there yet. I don't know what's going to transpire. But come on, man. Everybody see the elephant in the room, except all those people who have those channels who talk about Africa and who talk about Kemet. None of them see the elephant in the room. None of them see it. They don't see it. They don't see the elephant in the room. They don't see what has been going on lately. They haven't seen that. They have not seen that. Now listen to this here. I'm on my mobile phone, so I cannot black that dude. But oh, actually, there's an option here, but I don't know if it's gonna work. You are a sad man. Teach the people something about Kemet. Do you remember how to do that, man? I spoke with the elder. I ain't gonna use profanity like that, man. But obviously, you have no problem with convicted rapists and child molesters. Heat dog hollers every time you speak out against child molesters and rapists. There they are. Oh man, I talk about finance. Some of you did it. Some of you have family members who did it, friends who did it, and you want to defend that. You want to defend them. You want to protect them. Come on, man. Brothers and sisters, 2023, you go against child molesters, against rapists, found guilty in a court of law. And this is what some people have the nerve to tell you. You are a sad man. If it was your family member, what would you say? Man, please. Those people are trying to make it cool, man. They're trying to make it cool. So Texas Bama, V-Bennett is asking if you can put the date of the video again. So feel free to put the title again and the timestamp. And here, Akasha254 wrote, Timothy, you are the miserable one. And that's what's up. You see? Look at this. Another one. Proof evidence. Shaka, it's only 1K for my name. You way off track with the personal stuff. Personal stuff. All right. Personal stuff. Found guilty in a court of law. We have the summary. Involuntary, deviate, indecent. I'm sorry. Involuntary, deviate, indecent. What was the last word? IDSI, wasn't it? Sexual. What was the last one? Involuntary, deviate, sexual intercourse. Involuntary, deviate sexual intercourse on top of the rape. And we read, according to the Pennsylvania law, that a person cannot be charged with both. That would go against the Constitution of the United States. So it wasn't no foreplay type of thing. It's either rape through oral sex or anal sex, or a foreign object inserted. All right. What about Layla Wills? I read the whole report. I've informed people about the protests in New York. And those guys in New York didn't talk about it. It's cool because it's Africa Bambaataa. There is a current case. It's a new case. It's not 30 years old. It's not old stuff. There is a new case. Several victims came out. But there is a case now. We will see. And Bambaataa ran from the court proceedings. He did not reply. So he may be found guilty by default. And we're going to see what you're going to say. If you're going to say that's personal stuff. Information, please go to my tab of videos on my channel and you will see the information. You guys don't care. You bunch of hypocrites. When I upload videos of artifacts from museums that are thousands of years old, you don't say jack. You don't say thank you. You don't say nice stuff. You don't put a smile, an emoji. You don't put jack. But when I talk about convicted rapists and child molesters who are being promoted on that panel over there, on that channel, and I'm not making fun. This is a stand-up by Faith and Love. All right? Because some people will try to look for something. Hey, Frenchie making fun of us. Right? You do know Medu Nature. Do you care about the Medu Nature? I've been giving lessons of the Medu Nature for years. Have you ever reached out to learn it? Do you want to learn it? You care about it all of a sudden? So why, when I have all these videos breaking down the Medu Nature from museums with original artifacts, then why you don't even comment? It's not an obligation to learn the Medu Nature. Plus, it's not free of charge. It's $10 per class. Other people charge $50 per class. Some even charge more than $50 per class. All right? Hold that. See, when you don't answer the phone, then you ladies gonna be tripping. Like, what is he doing? Good things that she can see when I'm live streaming. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, some people charge more than $50 for an hour class. I only charge 10. It's one of the most affordable, but it's not an obligation. But yet, if you mention, since you mentioned it, why? How many times have you even left one comment? How many times have you ever left one comment on one of the videos where I break down the Meta Nature, where I translate the Meta Nature? Stop with the hypocrisy, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm gonna wrap this up, man. So yes, V Bennett got it. Yes, thanks. Make sure you save that video. We know they're listening closely now. They were trying to act like, oh, hey, this guy is not important. We know they're listening closely now. You know what I'm saying? Proof evidence, a detour is sometimes necessary. Now that Timothy did put some other comments, but I can see now he was blocked, so I cannot read the others. He's gonna say nothing because he wants the fame and money. Oh, so proof evidence. Okay, yeah, that's the guy I read. I even forgot his username. So, proof evidence, so what? This is Shaka's platform, and he can talk about it as long as he wants. You can always change channels, and that's what's up. That's true. Some people say they hate Africans. Nobody tell them anything. And they say that publicly, live on the air, with confidence. Nobody tells them anything. We've seen the dude saying he celebrates the death of Africans. If somebody say, oh, I don't want to hear that. Talk about Hebrew. Talk about the Hebrew language. Break down the Hebrew language. Break down the Paleo Hebrew. Break down the Phoenician language. Nobody said that. They're cheerleading, man. Come on, man. They don't give a damn about the Meta Nature or rape, Shaka, or scamming. They are just here to be baboons. All right, brothers and sisters. I want to thank Young Heru. I want to thank V. Bennett. I want to thank Andrea Brunet. I want to thank Ching from Baltimore, from B More. You know what I'm saying? Donnie Williams, sorry. Some name, Texas Bama. Storm. You know, I'm sorry because I don't have all the names. All the people who came on the panel, all the people who were in the chat, even those who are not supporters, you know what I'm saying, for standing by me. Rashid Hamid wrote, they're scared of you. And I'm not trying to scare them. I'm not trying to be a bully, man. People don't like me. Yeah, I can live with that. But come on, man. Child molestation and rape, it can never be cool. Plain and simple. They try to make it cool. They try to make it like it's not so important. We don't have to talk about it. But I'm curious to hear what our dear brother, Chris MVP Harris, is going to say about that. I'm very curious, brother. You know, I'm very curious. I can't wait to see you addressing that. I've seen you addressing homosexuality, saying that, you know, it's not the way to go for us. It's not the way we should be represented. So since you came here, right, you know, asking about another man, you see, what's it coming? There it is. Wait, you're going after Bro Jabari? Well, I'm going against child molesters, convicted child molesters, convicted rapists who are promoted on the so-called Black Power platform. And I'm also, I guess, going against those who are silent about this, because Jabari is HOK. How are you going to be HOK and convicted rapists, convicted child molesters are HOK? And on top of that, they teach that they celebrate the death of Africans. They teach that the African is not their brother. And worse than all, they teach that they hate Africans. We have them on tape. And by the way, they said that Martin Luther King was a bitch, that he wasn't shit. That the Bible says he deserved death. And guess what? Scam Nature, Sanetter, Frank Gehry said, Frankie said, Captain Tazariak is right. With that demeanor, shaking the head like that. Oh my goodness. So the guy, the ISUPK member that they financially support, who was found guilty in a court of law for child molestation. Now he's not a bitch. They don't say he ain't shit. They financially support him. But Martin Luther King is supposedly a B-I-T-C-H. So everybody is free to do what they want. There's no obligation. People know how to respond to me. Stay safe, stay healthy. If I'm allowed to by the nature, I will definitely holler back at you. I don't argue, I stay fast. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Do I too, do I let you do? Hotel.